everyone, welcome back to episode 21 of Mickey Midge Crochet Chatter. I am Mickey Midge here on YouTube and on Instagram and on Twitter, but I don't tweet and it's not crochet related when I very rarely do, so but I am on there. So have you guys had a nice summer or winter if you're not in the northern hemisphere? Has it been good? Kids have been off for 6 weeks. They went back to school 2 days ago. I am just about getting over the holidays. I do actually miss them already. Yeah, the noise was something else, but I do miss it when it's not here. And the little one is currently with my mum for a little while to give me some quiet. I've got an online shop coming soon, so there might be a pause at some point. But we are still in the same room. You might be able to recognise some of that in the background, but I've moved the camera off to one side of the computer facing towards my new sewing table. It's not new, but it's just been made into a sewing table because I finally got myself a new sewing machine out. I haven't sewn in ages, so I'm going to be making myself a very simple patchwork. If you look there, I'm showing you the right place. There we go. I'm going to make a very simple patchwork bag to start me off again, but yeah, we'll have to see. But it's a bit off-putting because the screen is next to me here and I can kind of see myself out the corner of my eye, but I can't see myself, and I'm used to having the camera on top of the monitor so I can kind of see myself. Bit odd, but yeah. Got a new desk and everything because where I worked from home, my desk and chair was provided by my company. When I left, it took them months to come pick it up, but they picked it up 2 weeks ago. So we've had to go and get a new desk. Trip to IKEA. We used to live right around the corner from an IKEA, like literally. And now we're a good hour's journey away. Yeah, so Rob wasn't that keen on driving away to Milton Keynes, but yeah, because he drives miles, double that journey to work. So double that journey in terms of mileage, maybe not in terms of time. But that's irrelevant. I am rambling, whichever you want to call it. This is a crochet vlog. So, hiya. What have you guys all been making? I hope my microphone's working. What we shall see. I haven't done anything since the summer holidays, video wise, and my whips from the last one are still whips with no progress made. There is a reason for that. I said last time I've got startitis. I started a few more things and I've planned something else, so I'm talking to you about those. And I think once I start this new one, because there is a reason for that, I need to stop, take a step back and do a bit of a plan on finishing things because I've got too many whips on the go now. And you guys don't want to see half projects and never see them finished. It's a bit silly. So we will start with finished objects, not because there is a finished object from last time, but there has been a finished object that I haven't shown you from the summer holidays. That makes sense. Well, it might have been even before the summer holidays I finished it. But I forgot to show you last time, so I'll show you now. And it is my Hungetsu shawl, which was a pattern, or is a pattern, by Randy, from Randy's Ramblings. Sorry there, Randy. I think it's a paid pattern on Ravelry, or there is a video on YouTube. But I downloaded the pattern because I don't tend to follow YouTube patterns easily. I prefer having it written down in front of me. But anyway, right, so here she is. She's really big. Let me see if I can get the whole thing. I like this kind of not flat circle, like a shaped, because it sits around the shoulders really nice if you want to wear it like this, which is what I tend to wear shawls like, because I tend to wear them just around the house, or as I have been wearing this one in the summer, out in the garden when it gets a bit chilly and the kids are either still playing because they're having a late night, or they're in bed, and Rob and I would go and sit in the garden. Now we finally got it done. But anyway, yes, so this was made using a King Cole Curiosity yarn. I think the colour was called Heather. I might be wrong. I will pop it down in the notes below. I will get the notes done this weekend. I'm going to try and get this uploaded within a couple of days. It is Friday the 7th September. But anyway, it's a cake yarn, so it's... I used 1.5 cakes though for this because I liked it nice and big and I wanted it to end on the purple. So there you go, it's beautiful, really lovely pattern to follow. Thank you, Randy. And it came out really lovely. And this is kind of slightly fuzzy. If I bring you see, it's ever so slightly fuzzy, which makes it really nice and warm. It's acrylic yarn. See if we can get you a close up of the pattern there. There we go. It's really, really pretty. So, yes, that's finished object number 1 and only for this episode. But I do have a nearly finished object. So by next time it will be finished. Because it just needs a border. So I was gifted a while back some patterns. Let me unravel it. And I didn't get around to asking the lady who gifted it to me if I could say her name. If you're on here and you don't mind, just comment below. And there's these 4 mandala yarns single skein wrap patterns by Jennifer Wingard. So I thought I would make one because I've got quite a few sort of cake yarns that I bought from Lolly's Little Wool Shack a while ago, and I'm trying now. I'm working as a mum and secretary for the Cubs and other things, but now I'm not in an office all day, not getting paid, essentially is what I'm saying. I thought I would try and use up some things I've got, so I decided to make this one, the rectangular wrap. It's a very, very simple sort of construction. There's 4 different ones in here, so I'm just going to work through them. And the particular cake that I'd picked I thought would look best as the rectangular one, and I have it's all got in a mess because my children got hold of the yarn, so I have that left. So I'm going to be doing the border now because I've used up pretty much the rest of the cake, which does mean it's a bit strange because the one I picked ends on white at one end, so it goes grey, gets darker, and it's really dark, and then it gets a little bit lighter, and then suddenly goes to white. And then the border is going to be in this grey, but that's fine. I don't mind colour changes being quite random. It's never really bothered me. So this bit, the bar, is optional, and she said it was to make the most of the colour changes, so I'm guessing you're supposed to do it where the colour changes are, and it's designed for Lion Brand mandala, so I'm guessing the colour changes are probably consistent in length, if that makes sense, but this one isn't. So I just decided to do 7 blocks. Yeah, just checking because it didn't look like 7 for a minute. I thought I'd missed one there. 7 blocks, then the thick bit. 7 blocks, then the thick bit. Just to give it a little bit extra. It's kind of stole length. Not quite as long as my Liula. It's kind of that sort of length, just for the shoulders or hanging. I think it's probably a bit short to wear as a scarf, but it's a bit thick as well. So if you're going to make it as a scarf, I'd probably make it, you know, yeah, about half that, and then a bit longer. That would be alright, wouldn't it? But yeah, so that is my spirit rectangular wrap. So thank you to the lady who gifted me this. I'm definitely making good use. That is whip number 1. Whip number 2 was another gifted pattern. The lovely Terry at Yarn Joy Crochet Podcast. That's what it is. I think it's. I'm so sorry if I got that wrong, Terry. Oh. Gifted me for my birthday. Let's do that. A pattern from Ravelry. Just very lovely of her, and it was this Seaside Shawl by M's Corner. So I had to start it. Yes, it was a birthday present, and it was birthday month in August, so I thought, why not start it? This is very unusual for me in that as a triangular shawl wrap, it starts at the top, at the widest part, and then you work down. So I haven't got much at the moment, but when it, you know, as I go on, it's going to get faster and faster, which I think is quite unusual. Normally you start in the middle and go like that, don't you? This is going across. So it's quite wide, which I like, because being a chubby girl, in order to wrap around me, you need the shawls to be quite wide. So it starts all the way along there. And as you can see, if I show you one edge, there you go. It goes in as you go. And I should give you a close-up of it stretched, because obviously it will be blocked out. It's really weird not being able to see what I'm doing, so apologise, I'm going to have to look at the screen. If I hook my fingers in. You got me. Got my double chin probably. There you go. So it's working its way down, and eventually it will come to a point, and then there is a border. But I loved this yarn when I saw it. I bought it and I've not used it for anything, and now I'm just looking at it going, yes, this was perfect. Love it. The yarn is, where have I put my, where is it? There it is. Snuggly Stars Yarns, is that right? Yeah. And the colourway is Mysterious Dragon, beautiful bamboo base, 80% merino superwash, 20% bamboo, and it's fingering weight. And I think it's beautiful. You see? When it was caked up, you couldn't see the purple tints. No, before it was caked up, when it was skeined up, you couldn't see the purple tints. But now, if you look at the little flashes of purple in there, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Loving this pattern. Really easy to work up when watching TV. Don't know about you guys, I've got into The Bodyguard on BBC with it's got Rich Stark from Game of Thrones. The one with the red wedding. What was his name? Anyway, it's got him as the bodyguard, and Kitty. Oh, I've lost all their names. Anyway, but got into it. Even my husband's got into it. I didn't think it'd be his sort of thing. I've been doing that while watching that some Sundays. And Great British Bake Off is another one I watch. My guilty pleasure. Makes me bake, unfortunately. I don't bake as well as these guys, but it does make me bake lots of cupcakes. So this is not to go away anytime soon. So anyway, so that is whip number 2. That's my TV whip. Because it is a really easy pattern for such lovely results. Great. Very happy. So those are my 2 ongoing whips that I am going to finish. Then I'm going to start working on the other whips. That is the plan. The stole wrap, if you want to call it, is very nearly done anyway. So I'll probably finish that tonight, get it done. And then carry on with the Seaside Shawl by Em's Corner. Okay, I was talking for a good few minutes before I realised that I'd hit the stop button on the camera, on my mouse. So I've moved the mouse pointer a bit further away so it won't happen again. And then my online shop turned up. So I'm going to start again. I think I was about to talk about my future projects and purchases before all that happened. So I need your help, guys, because I have a wedding to go to in 2 weeks. 2 weeks tomorrow. My cousin's wedding. And I don't have a shawl or wrap that will match the dress that I have bought for it. I will show you. I can't. That is the dress I'm going to wear, and it is navy blue, white, and like a corally pink. Okay. So I've got coral shoes, and I need to find a coral bag. But I want to wear a navy wrap to go round my shoulders, make it a little bit chillier. And all my other accessories are black because I've always gone for black type things or colours that will go with black, but you can't do that with navy. And none of the shawls that I've made have been navy. So I need, or even coral, which could have worked. I need to make something, and I've got 2 weeks. Or I'll need to run out and buy something, and I don't want to do that. So I've got this yarn, which is Baby Alpaca Silk Drops. It is 70% alpaca, 30% silk, and it takes hook size of 3.5. See close. Can I get close? So it's kind of it fits with like a sock weight by the looks of it. Very, very soft. I have 3. And they are 50-gram balls, 167 meters each. So I want something that I can make in 2 weeks. Any ideas? Help! So that is going to be my future project, and that is, I haven't had many purchases either recently, but that is purchase number 1. So yeah, please comment below if you know of any that I can do that quickly. I'm not the fastest crocheter, and I don't have that much time on it, but I will put the other stuff down in order to do it if necessary. So yeah, purchase wise, there was that yarn and this, which I will show you, which is ever so cute. I got some wool wash in a bar because I'm trying to reduce how much plastic that we have as a family. Not by making silly measures, because I've got 3 kids and I'm trying my best, and we do recycle, but where I can, I'm going to. So I thought I'd try a bar. It is by Dodgson Wood. The only one that was left was the lanolin free. So this is a lanolin free version. But I haven't opened it yet, as you can see, because I haven't needed to yet. But that shawl that's there, which I probably showed you in my very first episode, has yet to be blocked. So I'm going to block it. And I'm going to use the wool wash with it when I block it and try it out. And with that, I also got a yarn bowl, a soap bowl. I can't speak now, flustered. Now I got these from, and the soap come with this little Shear Delight wool wash soap, little bag with instructions of how to use it. Made with chamomile and lavender rapeseed oil, Jersey cow's milk in Cumbria, UK. And I got it from Knit It, Hook It, Craft It, which is Knit It, Hook It on Instagram. There you go. And it's a lovely little handwritten note telling you where things were made. So it says, your soap dish was made just up the road from my house in Cheshire, and the wool wash was made in Cumbria, which is very cute. We use, reuse, recycle packaging, which you can reuse, home compost or recycle. So, and Knit It, Hook It, Craft It, which you probably do know, is Faye from Crochet Circle Podcast here on YouTube. So it was a little card with her details. She's also a crochet designer, if you don't know, but I'm sure you do know. And there you go, there's go down, focus. It's not going to focus today. There we go. Do it for a bit. I'll put those details down below, the ones I think you might want to know. So that was my only other purchase since the last episode. Really trying to trying to use up what I have. And I have a lot, and my husband is patient, but his patience might be wearing thin soon. So I also had to get a few things for my sewing machine recently. So I got a little travel iron, because I've lost my travel iron in the move, another cutting board, and I did buy that picture in the frame. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light. I'm sure quite a few of you know where that's from. So answers below. Let me know you're watching. Anyway, and if you don't know, comment as well that you don't know, and I'll let you know next week. Well, hopefully next week, we'll see. Because hopefully I'll have 2 finished objects for you in a week, maybe in a fortnight. We'll see. The other thing I have ordered, but isn't here yet because it was a pre-order, is I showed you last time I had a box from the Caught by the Sea shawl box by Blue Star Crochet Company. Now, she has released another one for the winter. I haven't made the last one, but I couldn't resist it. She released another one for the winter. She's teamed up with 2 other designers. She's a crochet designer herself. She teamed up with the same yarn dyer as before, and 2 other crochet designers to make an accessories box, I suppose you could call it. So if you can choose to get 1, 2 or 3 skeins. I've chosen 2, and there are 3 patterns. She said to be on the safe side, if you want to make all 3, you have to get the 3 skein box, but it's a little bit too out of my budget this month, and I compromised with 2 because there were 2 items I really want to make as a set. The other one I could probably make using other yarn for something else, because I wouldn't wear it as part of the set, if that makes sense. There's a hat which is designed by Blue Star Crochet Company. So there's a hat. There are fingerless mitts, which I would wear as a set in the winter. And the yarn is this lovely plummy colour. And then there's like a bandana scarf, but it's like a front wearing one, but it's very, very ornate. It's not really what I would call winter wear. It's a beautiful pattern, really complex. It's not really one I would wear as part of the set, if that makes sense. So I'd probably make it to test myself, make sure I know it could make it, because it's very ornate. But I could probably make it out of other yarn and be quite happy. So yes, that's my idea, to get 2 so I can make the hat and the gloves. And I'm hoping there'll be yarn left over to make a pom-pom, because I'm obsessed with pom-poms. I could get a faux fur one, I don't know. I'm obsessed with pom-poms. So winter for me is hats and pom-poms. I don't know why, just so that gets, I've pre-ordered it and it gets released on the 24th, I believe. I'm wrong, but towards the end of the month. Yeah, so I'll be able to show you that when it comes. What else? I don't think there's anything else, actually. There will be something I've forgotten, like last time I was like, oh, I didn't show the Hongetsu shawl. And I think there were some badges that I'd got, which I still haven't got with me to show you. Yeah, I think that's actually it. I'm just rambling at you now, so I won't keep you too long with the rambles. I don't know if there's much else to say. I mean, unless you want to hear about the escapades with my children. About it. Oh, I guess you might be interested. Willow, she turned 2 in the summer. And a week after my birthday. So I turned 40. Jiggling the camera there. Let's put my legs up. I turned 40 middle of August. And that just seems like such a big thing. But I don't feel any different, obviously. Actually, if anything, I feel a little bit more chilled. A little bit less bothered about things that would have bothered me before. So, yeah, I'm feeling a bit happy within myself now. I turned 40. Jiggle, sorry. But anyway, so yeah, it's just a number after all. But except when you're that little. Willow turned 2. The terrible 2s are here in a big way. She was always a little bit stubborn, but just recently, I mean, obviously not, she turned 2, flick, switch got turned on. No, it's been like it for about 6 weeks or so, well, since some holidays. So hopefully she'll chill out a bit now the boys are back at school. But, oh, she's been hard work this holiday. She has been, she's not quite ready for potty training. Physically, she's not. She knows when she has done a wee. It's probably too much info for some of you. And she'll tell me that she has done it, but she doesn't know beforehand. So, but she has decided she is going to refuse to wear her nappies. She will rip them off and go and put them in the bin. And I have to chase her around with a new one, put it on, and she will rip that straight off and go and put it in the bin. And it is wearing me out, chasing her around, because she finds it hilarious. Why we've got a beige sofa, I don't know, but we have. Both of our sort of living spaces, we've got beige sofas. Mad. She decides that she's going to run into the living room, into our corner sofa, which is very beige and quite new. She runs on it and stands on it and starts jumping up and down on it without an nappy on. The boys, they start getting all, she's got her bum out on the sofa. And I'm like, all right, calm down. I'm just going to go get her. But as they get wound up, she finds it hilarious. So it's just making it worse. It's like, oh boys, come on. You are really just exacerbating the whole situation. Calm down. Stay quiet. I'll go and get her before she wheezes, or worse, on our sofa. So we're trying washable pull-ups, but she's proving that she's not quite there yet. So she knows when she's wet, but she can't. She'll sit on the potty. And then she'll get up and go, I weed. And then she gets a tissue and she cleans herself. But she won't have actually done anything. So, yeah. Joys for potty training. But it's not only that, she refuses to keep her hair up. I put it up because it gets knotted. Because, you know, it's kind of getting longish now, sort of chin length. And it gets all knotted up if I don't put it up. But I put it up and she just rips it out. Along with some of her hair if I'm not careful. So she has been a bit of a madam. all I can say. Madam suits her. Yeah. She's thankfully stopped. She was biting her brother and scratching him for a while, but that has now stopped. We got this book called Teeth Are Not for Biting. Isn't it? Technically they are. For biting food, not brothers. But she has stopped biting him so much now. She's more into hugging them and kissing them now, which is good. So, what? Kids are hard work. Love them so much, but they are really hard work. We've been taking, because I still don't drive yet, but I am still learning, getting there. He said probably less than 20 lessons left, but the government recommendation is 40. And I've had about 15 now, so fingers crossed I'm getting there. And because I can't drive, we're limited to where we go. We are fortunate we have a big park nearby, and my husband's run out of holiday because he took most of it to help my mum move, so we didn't go anywhere this year. We are limited to where we can go, but they seem to have had a lot of fun. But it is frustrating for them being stuck in the house some days, and frustrating for me. But now we've got the garden, that's good. The last day of the holidays, the very last day, I don't know what possessed me. We had some of Xander's classmates round, and Willow and Logan were there as well. And Logan plays quite nicely with them when he's not being a 5-year-old and getting into tantrums. I had 5 8-year-olds at one point, plus a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old in our back garden, which isn't huge. It was loud. If any of my neighbours watch this, which they don't, I'm sorry. It was loud, but yeah, they had fun. That was quite good. So yeah, lots of trips to the park. We did take them out on a day trip to Twin Lakes in Leicestershire somewhere. Melton Mowbray is where it is, where the pork pies come from. It's like it's not quite a theme park. It's not Alton Towers or anything like that. It's like a mini theme park, I suppose. There are some rides, there's mini roller coasters and things, but it's not huge like Alton Towers or things, which is good because it meant there weren't queues like Alton Towers would be in some holidays, and it was significantly cheaper. So we took them there. They had an amazing time. They had great fun running around. Even Willow had fun running around, because there were lots of things you didn't have to queue for, like climbing frames and things. And there was a lovely splash park there, which, even though it was really grey that day, they still enjoyed. There were only 5 kids on there because it was a grey day, I suppose. But they were like, yep. I took their swimming costumes anyway in case it brightened up, and they went, yeah, I want to get them on. And they were down their slides. They come out covered in goosebumps. Yeah, so they had a great time. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, not much else. Yeah, just checking how long I've been rabbiting on for. I can't think of anything else, really. Well, Yarndale's coming up. If you're still actually listening after all that non-yarn stuff, gone back to yarn stuff. Yarndale is coming up soon. And I can't go. I really wanted to this year because I'm that little bit closer. But I can't go because it's my anniversary weekend. And I don't think my husband would forgive that so much. Not that I think he's got anything planned. The lighting in here is a bit rubbish because the blinds are down and my husband broke them and they won't go back up. I need him to fix it. So hopefully that'll be better next week. So, yeah, I'm going to miss Yarndale. I am. What I am going to in October is a Harry Potter fan convention. It's unofficial. It's not. I think Percy's going to be there, and Victor is going to be there, I think. I think Goyle is going to be there. So, yeah, there'll be a few. Oh, and the guy from Fantastic Beasts, I believe, is going to be at that one. There was one in July, but I didn't get tickets for that. But we got tickets for the Halloween one. And so a friend of mine is going to come with me. That's the other thing about yarn festivals. I don't have anyone to go with. I'm hoping, once I'm driving... Because if you imagine asking my husband, drive me up to Manchester. Not Manchester. That's Harry Potter. Drive me up to Yorkshire from our anniversary weekend. I'm going to go to a yarn festival on my own. That's preferable to spending our anniversary with you. That's not gonna fly, is it? So, but Harry Potter one, I do have someone to go with. Once I'm driving, I'm hoping I can get myself places and meet people. But I am actually pretty shy in person, and it's easy to talk to a camera, even though it does sound rather awkward. I am very awkward meeting new people, which is why it was weird when we moved and I didn't know anybody here. But having school mums to meet, you're forced to talk to them because your kids talk, so that works. If I went to a yarn festival, I'd probably walk around going, but I'm hoping once I'm driving, hopefully by next year, like beginning of next year, I can start doing things. So, I really am rambling now. I'm sorry, I hope you're still watching or listening or whatever. If you got this far, let me know. And I will go because I need to figure out how to edit this now, because my husband's got me new editing software. Because the other one kept crashing, which was making it awkward. And yeah, I've got to go and pick up my little girl soon. And I haven't finished putting the online shop away. I put the fridge, obviously, the fridge and the frozen stuff away. But the cupboard stuff's still sitting in bags on the kitchen floor. So I do need to do that. Yeah, anyway. I'm so sorry I'm rambling. It's ridiculous how much I am rambling this week. Because I haven't done this for a while. I'm out of practice. But yeah. And the lighting is not good. I'm going to have to get that fixed, but I don't want to film again. Because the rambling would get worse, I assure you. Anyway, I'm going to go. I might. Yeah. Please do comment below with a pattern for this, for my cousin's wedding, because I really need to get started. Anyway. I will see you guys, maybe not next week, maybe the week after, or maybe next week. We'll have to see if I get enough done to do one on a weekly basis again. Okay. Right. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. I have lost some subscribers during my absence. So for those of you who did stick around, makes me happy to know that someone is interested in what I have to say. Anyway, hope you're all well. I need to catch up on a load of your videos if you are one of the people I follow. There's probably new people about that I've not come across yet because I haven't caught up on everyone else's. So, yeah, I'm going to have to do some of that. I have watched a few. I've been watching Kim, Lucerra 82. And I've been watching Terry, and I've been watching Claudia. I haven't watched all of them. I'm not up to date, but I have been watching some of you guys. Ruth. So there's a few more I've got to catch up on yet. So. Oh, I'm Yarn Inspired. I was watching that yesterday. If you watch this, Kelly, your kids, I could just see it in your face when they were talking about it. You were like, this is chaos. It did make me laugh. Just like my two. They're so cute. They're adorable. So, yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys later.